What was the most challenging thing about raising us? In your purple shirt. Is it actually?
Yeah.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, my special guest is going to be my mother. Yes, the woman who literally birthed me is going to be on here. I think this is going to be a fun one. I do say myself, if I do say so myself, I think this might be a fun one. So, sit tight, grab your popcorn, grab your Cool Ranch Doritos and your Dr. Pepper, and watch this with me, and watch us talk about everything. Anything and everything. All of it. Everything, every single thing. All of it. Alright, guys. Love you. Keep watching. Hello, guys. Welcome to my podcast. As you can see, I have my mom. You want to say hello?
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Before we get started, as you know, the cats are here. So if anything happens, it's the cat's fault. Not our fault, okay? Any noise, it's the cat. Okay, so today I'm just going to ask her a few questions. Questions about my childhood. Questions about me as a person. Or just questions about her. So, first question I have for you. What's it like having the best daughter in the world?
It's wonderful. I love it that we can talk about things. Everything's open. We have fun together. I love being around you all the time.
Thanks. Okay, and then I do have questions down here, so if I'm looking down here, that's why. What was the most challenging thing about raising us?
I would say it wasn't so much about raising you guys. It was being myself. I have mental health issues. And so dealing with those while trying to raise good people that are going to do well in the world and go out and be better than myself and all that stuff, I think was the hardest part. To take care of myself enough that I could take care of you guys and be the mom that I wanted to be.
Yes. I also want to say I do have a brother and a sister, so it's not just me. She's got 3 kids that she has to juggle around. What was my first word? I actually don't know this at all.
It was mom. It was more like a mom, but that means mom in parent talk. So it was mom.
What was my first non-mom or like first normal word?
I'm gonna say mom again. I mean, I don't know. I don't. I think it was mom.
Okay. That's a good word, so I mean it's okay. Okay, what would be your dream job? I know you're gonna say sitting on a couch doing nothing. My dream job too. But if you had to go somewhere, what would be your ideal job?
Probably like a social worker or a therapist, just because I don't know if I would have been a good one, like starting out in my career, in my 20s or whatever. But now, knowing what I know now, I would think I would be a really good therapist to help people with their troubles and just navigate life and stuff in an easier, more like non-judgmental way than I think it was back then. There was a lot of stigmas and stuff like that, and I think I would have been a good therapist back then to help people.
I don't think I would be a good therapist.
Why not?
I've got too many issues.
But that's the good thing, is because you know how to deal with them. Now you can help others.
But I don't know how to deal with them in healthy ways.
That's what books are for. That's what learning is for.
If I was a therapist, I'd be the one that's Googling things all the time.
My therapist actually does that in her office, and it's very distracting for one, and it infuriates me because I can Google stuff on my own. And that's one of my problems.
And we do.
That's one of my problems. I Google stuff a lot. And then I go down this rabbit hole of spiraling, thinking I got cancer or some other disease or something. And so I'll go in there and I'll talk about stuff, and she'll Google it and she'll give me a website to go look at. I'm coming to you for me to talk to you about my problems and deal with stuff. I can Google it on my own. But anyway, that's not the point of the question. Who did you look up to most growing up? Always my mom.
Yes, I figured that.
My mom was more like the, oh, you're not feeling good. Here, let's go shopping, or let's do this or that or whatever. And my dad was more the authority figure.
Yeah.
He's the one that doled out the spankings and all that kind of stuff. But my mom I'd say just she was easier to talk to, and
Yes, I think I got my shopping addiction from Granny.
yeah,
I've got a
Granny,
huge shopping addiction. It came from her, for sure.
I got that, like, never buy anything full price. Always buy stuff on clearance. And if it's not on clearance yet, you can always wait for it to go on clearance, or if you have a coupon, or if you have, like, Kohl's Bucks or something like that, always wait till you have something like that, because people price up so much stuff that, I mean, it's just silly to pay full price.
Yeah, we go to the clearance aisle every time we go to Walmart. Multiple times. Okay, what did you do to get in trouble as a kid?
I don't really remember a lot of my childhood. I do remember, I think I was 4 years old. I had just gotten surgery on my eye, and I wasn't allowed to, like, play in dirt or get dirty or whatever. My brother, who was 2 years older than me, went out to play on our play set outside, and I begged my mom and dad to let me go out there, and they said, okay, you can go out there, but you can't get dirty and stuff. And all I did was go out there and swing on the swings. And then next thing I know, my dad's running out there, picking me up, taking me inside, and, you know, putting me over his knee and spanking me on my bottom, telling me, hey, we told you not to get dirty. And I had no clue what I had done wrong. But I don't really remember, like, a lot of me getting in trouble.
As a kid, you're like, that's not a big deal. But now, if you were to do that, you'd be like, why did I just do that?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My cat just did the biggest jump I've ever seen in my whole life. He's never done that once before.
Yeah, he's a troublemaker. That's Malachi.
Gosh. What is one of your earliest memories? Maybe it's the one you just said. But
no, I think my earliest memory, there he is. That's Malachi. That's my baby.
Yes.
He's a troublemaker. I think it was coming down the stairs for Christmas morning, and my mom had bought me a Barbie Dream House thing, and I was so excited. I mean, I was just, like, over the moon excited.
Gosh, I don't even know my first memory. I don't even know. Okay. Is there a moment or event that radically changed the way you saw the world?
Well, the first thought that comes to mind is 9/11. But I think the very first one was, I think I was about 10 years old. I went to Catholic school all the way up to high school. And for the first time ever, the teacher had brought the TV into the classroom, and we were going to be able to watch something. And it was the Challenger takeoff spaceship, because there was a teacher on board, and we were learning about stuff like that in science and stuff.
One of yours, or just a teacher?
No, it was a teacher. So we were all watching that. I think she even made popcorn for us and stuff. We were so excited to witness this and everything. And I think it was the first one that they set off in, like, a while, if I remember right. I'm not positive on that. But anyway, so we were watching it, and of course everybody knows, you know, I think, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds into the launch, the space shuttle blew up.
Yeah, right.
And that was the first bad thing that I saw, like, on TV, or, like, related to that, hey, maybe the world's not so, like, rosy and rainbows and unicorns as I thought it was. You know, at 10 years old, that's a big thing to witness.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done? Don't get too crazy on here now.
PG.
Yes.
I think it was, we were on vacation, and it was either Myrtle Beach or Florida.
Love Myrtle Beach.
My mom and dad had timeshares, and so they would take me and the kids on vacation with them once a year. So we were in Florida. They had this big, like, crane thing set up outside. I guess that's a crane. A big thing. And it had, like, ropes hanging from it where you, like, laid down, and it pulled you back and then swung you really far.
Oh.
And I can't remember how tall it was. Maybe, like, 150 feet or something. Is that big? I don't know. It was tall.
Was I alive when you guys did this? Because I remember this.
You weren't old enough to go on it.
Yeah, I remember this.
So
crazy.
I took my oldest, which is Timothy. I think he was maybe 9 or 10 at the time, maybe.
I don't even know.
And then his younger sister, who would have been 8. Well, he had been older than that. Anyway.
I think he was.
So you lay on this thing like you're a bird, and you just lay there, and you're in this, like, hammock thing, and they pull you back, big old high thing, and then they let go, and so you swing in the air. And that was, oh my gosh, it felt wonderful. It felt like you were flying. It was really cool to do, and I didn't, normally I wouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff, but I'm glad I had that opportunity.
I remember seeing that. I wish, because I know someone took a video. I think I remember watching the video of it. Did someone take a video?
Yes, we had
It'd
it
be
on our
so
old computer.
cool if I could put that video on here. Yeah. It was so old. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember what year that was.
Yeah, and the way that the video was downloaded, like when you opened it up on your computer, it was like real tiny.
Right.
You could hardly even see it. I must have done it wrong. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It'd be so cool if we had that. We lost like a lot of stuff, like from computers or whatever. She used to record a lot, and we lost so much of that stuff.
Yeah, I had a camera, and I would take digital pictures.
Oh my.
Because we didn't use real film anymore. And so everything I did, I put on my computer. And I just thought, okay, well, if we ever move or get rid of it or whatever, I'll just put them on a CD and then take them with us. Right. Well, by the end of it, I mean, we had over like thousands and thousands of pictures inside hundreds of files. I mean, it was just, my computer was totally overrun with just pictures.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just kind of said, well, forget it. And
maybe
lost them all.
Maybe that's where I got my picture taken from. I take so many pictures, and I even have pictures. She used to have a camera, and I would take her camera, and I would take pictures of myself, like old selfies on this. How old even is that camera?
It was one of the first digital cameras available.
And like, I can even find pictures of it. I have the pictures downloaded onto like my Facebook, and I can put it up. It is the cringiest me with my glitter, like blue makeup, like going, like the duck face. Oh my gosh. Even
before that, I think you were taking pictures with your DS.
I was. Oh my gosh. If you guys ever find my Facebook, it's a private, but if you guys ever find my Facebook, it's all just DS edits of little heart drawings around me and like all my animals and like random family friends that we had. Okay, that's kind of a follow-up question. What's one thing you've never done but would love to do?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is skydiving. But
look at your grandson.
He's like staring at the wall for no reason.
He has his face in it.
But okay. The older I get, the scarier I get about like heights and stuff like that. So,
I could never do skydiving.
I've always wanted to go on one of those river raft things where you're like on. Like, I've been river rafting, like...
Let's say we've done that before.
Yeah, well, no, I've done, like, actual river rafting and, like, wave, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, like, around here, they have those things where, like, you can get a group together and get on tubes and just float down the river and stuff. And, bring your cooler and stuff like that and just listen to music while you're floating down the river. Right. I think that would be fun.
I don't know. Last time I did something like that, I got huge rashes all on my arm.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
We went on a cruise once. Where was it? Bahamas? Jamaica?
Yeah, where you went? You're talking about Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah, when we did that in Jamaica, it wasn't the same thing, but it was kind of like that. And I came back, I had rashes all on my arms.
From the tube?
Yeah. Because I was so little that I could barely fit in it, and I keep myself up with my arms.
Plus, your skin has always been really sensitive, too.
Yeah, so I'm just a sensitive person, guys, okay? But it ruined my trip for me just a little bit.
Aww.
Just a little bit, but it's okay.
Remember the ride on that bus to the thing? Remember going? So we went up this huge mountain, right? Mm-hmm. And we're driving in this van, overloaded with people, on this one-lane road, going up the mountain, like curving back and forth up the mountain. And he's going like probably like 40 or 50 miles an hour. And every time another car or every time he goes around a turn, he honks so that the other people know he's coming. But like when he would have to try to pass somebody, we would be like literally
this close.
It felt like we were like hanging over the edge. Yeah. It was so scary, but it was fun too. But like, gosh, we're lucky we made it alive because
she's generous when she says van too. It was not no van. It was a big bus and like, oh my gosh. And I even wrote a note on there. Remember I wrote a note to you on your...
You had my phone so you could take pictures.
Yeah, and so I wrote a note on her notes app. And she had it, I think she changed phones and it got erased or whatever. She had it for years after.
Yeah. And we were lucky too because not too long after that, I think 2 months or so after that, one of those buses
Oh.
didn't make it and it crashed in the ravine, and like 6 or 7 people died, I think.
That could have been us.
Yep.
That could have been us. Okay. What is one thing that you were most proud of in your life?
Besides you guys.
Yes, besides family stuff. Can I say mine real quick?
Yeah.
First thing that jokingly comes to my mind is Gracie. I'm most proud of my cat, Gracie. She's just so pretty.
She is. My granddaughter's beautiful. Most proud of in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the fact that I'm still here.
Right.
Because that's a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one big one, but I can think of some little ones, but I'm trying to think of one big one, and nothing comes to mind right now.
It doesn't have to be a big one. It could be a small one, too. Something silly, like...
Well, I was proud that I got my CNA license. But I had to quit that job, and then I was proud of myself that I got on at the hospital doing inventory. I did, I stocked the OR rooms.
Yes.
And did all that, and I really loved that job.
I think mine, because I'm most proud that I graduated.
Yeah?
Because I did not think I was going to.
You did not like school.
Yeah, I hated school, so I'm glad I graduated.
She'll tell me every morning that her head hurt and her belly hurt, and she couldn't go to school.
Half the time I wasn't lying, okay? The other half I was. But she knew I was lying. So, like...
I did the same thing growing up. I hated school.
Like, I got it from her. So, like, can you blame me? Did you notice a difference, though? Because I have a sister, she's older than me. She doesn't have ADHD. Did you notice a difference between the two, or no?
I would say maybe before you got put on medicine, there's obviously a difference between that Mackenzie and then, like, you know, a normal. I don't want to say normal.
I get what you mean, yeah.
A kid without ADHD.
Right.
So, yeah, there's a difference between that, but Alexis was just always super, super smart. I mean, she didn't have to. Yeah. She didn't have to try. She didn't have to, you know. Yeah. She just sailed through everything. Yeah. So, I mean, all three of you guys are so different and so your own person that true. You're just who you are. I mean, that's just who you are.
I do want to do a video with my sister to show you guys how different it is. We're only, 2 years apart? Mm-hmm. She's 24, right? Mm-hmm. We're only 2 years apart, and we are insanely different. That it's crazy. Like, and even with my brother, I want to try to get, guys, I want to try to get my brother on here. Put it in the comments that you want to see my brother on here. Because I think it'd be funny, because we don't talk that often. I mean, we do, but, like, we don't ever sit down and talk.
You guys don't, like, hang out together.
Yeah. So, like, I think he's literally in there right now. You can probably hear me saying every word. But I want to get him in a video like this, because I think it'd be funny.
No.
Okay, what is your biggest regret? It doesn't have to be anything too serious if you don't want it to be, but...
My biggest regret, I would say, would be not learning to do, like, a trade or a skill or something like that earlier in life that I would be able to, you know, take into my older years and stuff. Because I've always kind of jumped around and done this and then done that and stuff like that. I've never been able to stay at anything more than, you know, a little while. And so I've kind of regretted that.
I would say that's a regret, too. I kind of wish I would have went. I really wanted to go to beauty school for a while, and I just never went. And actually, really, if I would have had the money, I would have gone to art school. Like, that was, like, a big dream of mine.
Yeah, you did, like, art.
But I never did it because money, mainly. But then I realized you could get scholarships. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, oh.
I told you that.
But I thought you meant, like, scholarships to, like, normal stuff. I didn't want to go to... I knew from the, like... Early on, I'm not going to no normal college. I'm not doing it. I knew it. So, like, I was like, I'm not going to USI or whatever. Right. I'm not doing it. But that's a regret of mine. Okay, what's your favorite family photo or photo of yourself?
You can pull up myself, I know, and you'll be able to find it on my Facebook.
I was going to say, I could pull up our Facebook real quick.
You'll be able to find it on my Facebook.
Can I guess?
Yeah, guess.
Is it the photo of you from, like, way long ago at the old house in your purple shirt? Is it actually?
Yeah.
That's, like, one of the main photos I think of whenever I think of her. Because she had it as a Facebook profile for a while. And just, I don't know.
Yeah, because I've always been a bigger person. And I had lost, like, I don't know, 50 or 60 pounds or whatever. And I had gotten down to the smallest that I'd ever been since, like, grade school. And I was like, man, I'm pretty good looking, you know. I mean, I was feeling good about myself and stuff. And so I did take a lot of pictures back then. But yeah, there's this one picture at our old house that we lived in. I was standing next to our piano, and I did the whole like
I could put it right here. Literally, I can find it.
Okay.
If you're okay with that, I can put it up
I'm
here.
wearing like this V-neck purple like shirt or whatever. And I think I had makeup on that day, and I had my hair done or whatever.
Right.
Literally, my hair is probably the same way it is right now.
This is
like my look right here.
Yes, it is.
But yeah.
Do you have a favorite family one?
The one of us at the Luke Combs concert.
That's a really good yell.
Yeah, that's a good picture.
I'll put that one too. That was my Facebook profile picture for a while. Because it was the only family picture that I liked myself in. Like, we all looked really good that day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It wasn't a bad photo. None of us had our eyes closed or anything. Great photo. But
and then those pictures that we took when we went to House on the Rock in Wisconsin. Remember in that Japanese garden? And so I didn't really like myself in that picture because it was like a full picture and like you gotta do from like here.
Yeah.
Out, you know? But like if you were to like zoom in on that one and like it's a good picture and good lighting and stuff of all four of us. And so I like that one too.
I'm sorry, I don't like any of those photos. If you guys don't know, during that time, I just got jaw surgery, so I had like tons of stuff in my mouth. And back then I was like, oh, it looks the same. You could really tell.
Yeah.
All right, next she's going to ask me some questions. Just because I think it'd be fun.
Okay. If you could visit anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I say all the time Myrtle Beach, but like, I feel like Myrtle Beach is a little too realistic.
I think you need to dream bigger here.
Yeah, like, I always say I want to go to London, and not for to see all the historical stuff. I want to go to London to see the bakery that Harry Styles used to work at. And I want to step where Harry Styles stepped, and I want to go to the bridge where he had his first kiss, and I want to do all that stuff. So I would probably pick London.
Okay. What is your biggest fear?
Oh, that's a loaded question for me. I have like 5 biggest fears that are all like my biggest fears. Spiders. Anything that flies, stings, and bites. Driving. And then I think those are like my 3. Like all those are huge fears.
Tell them why you're scared of the biting and flying insect things. Bees or whatever.
So one time I was just hanging out with my friends. I was like 10?
9, 10, yeah.
I was like 9 or 10, and I was just hanging out with my friends at their house. They lived next to like a big creek, next to like the woods too. And so we were just hanging out, and it's with this one friend, and they had a pool inside this woods creek area. And so she was like washing off her feet, and she ran off, and I was like, okay, let me finish washing off my feet. And I hear her scream. And I'm like, what is going on? What is she's playing a prank on me. What is she doing? So I ran after her. Little did I know, she's screaming because she's getting attacked by a whole bunch of little ground bees. And I run after her. Therefore, I get attacked too. They went in my underwear. They went in my bra. They went everywhere. I got stung all around by little ground bees.
Because what happened was, when she ran into him, she panicked and she stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's on the side of this creek. I mean, like, I'm talking like a deep, like, creek, you know, like at least probably like 6 foot deep or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, somebody had to like jump down into the creek and like get up on the other side and pick her, like literally drag her back out. And then she had all these stingers everywhere.
Now I know if I'm ever in a situation, my panic mode is stopping and doing nothing. Because I literally stood there screaming, crying for like a good 5 minutes before someone came to get me.
I was like, I was screaming at Mike because we heard her scream. We were sitting on the front porch, so we ran over to where they were.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd be able to jump down there and go get her. So I was screaming at my husband to jump down there. Her stepdad, jump down there and go get her.
Yeah.
Yeah, ex, stepdad, whatever. Jump down there and go get her. And he was like, come on, Mackenzie, come on. I'm like, no, you're going to have to literally go over there and get her.
Oh my gosh, there's another time I'm thinking of. At the mall with the escalator. Do you remember this?
No.
So I randomly one day decided to have a fear of escalators at the mall. I think it was at the mall anyway. And so she was at the She's at the top, and she was waiting for me to go up the escalator after her, and I refused to go because I was like, I can't. Something's gonna happen. So she had to walk down the escalator to come get me.
That was at JCPenney.
Because I was freaking out, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't. And she chipped off like a whole toenail because of it, and I felt so bad after it. And then after that, the fear was gone. It was only for like a day.
To drag her onto that thing.
Yeah, I was afraid for literally like just for that little like 20 minutes, and then never had the fear before. Don't have it now. Just random, yeah. But I just remembered that too, because I panic when I get scared.
Okay, so like, if you had all the money you wanted,
okay,
and you could buy one thing, only one thing, and then after you bought that one thing, you had no money left, like that, you could only, buy that one thing. Like, you had your normal money from your job and stuff like that.
Okay.
But if you like won the lottery, you were allowed to buy one thing.
So it has to be pretty big, something I normally can't buy.
Yeah, what would you buy?
Not a lot is coming to mind. I would say maybe a house.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Because, or maybe not even a house here. I'd maybe buy a house somewhere else that we could maybe move to, or even just use it. Because I'd still have my money here, so I could even still pay.
Like a vacation home or something.
Yeah, like something like that, so that we don't have to move completely.
Right.
Because I like my job, so like I don't want to leave my job. So like, or maybe even build a house. Can I build a house?
Sure, you have any amount of money you want.
I think I want to build a dream house.
Okay.
But wait, because how am I gonna afford the stuff for the house after?
Well, I mean, that's very logical thinking, but let's just be a dreamer for a minute.
Let's just assume that after I have the magical house, all the extra stuff is already paid for. I just pay my normal amount I normally pay.
Right. Well, when you put down the money to buy the house, you can say, okay, I want it to have solar panels.
I can go, I'm paying for this house, and I'm paying for the rest of my life's rent and everything. Because it's one transaction in one go.
Favorite food?
Cheeseburger. My favorite food is always going to be a cheeseburger. I try to change it up. I'm like, oh, maybe it's pizza. No, it's a cheeseburger every time. Although I like pizza more than I used to. So,
cheeseburgers, I think, will always be my favorite.
Alright, you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of it.
Thank you for asking me. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was kind of scared to come on here and put my face on camera and all that stuff, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I'm sweating like crazy. I'm hot right now. But I think it was fun. If you guys ever want her back for a part 2, let me know in the comments. Would you ever come back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that is it for this video. Treat yourself with kindness. Treat other people with kindness. Go hug your cat. Go drink your water. Go hug your possum. Let me hold your possum. She hates possums. That's why I said that.
They're like the rat of the... Whatever. All right,
they're so cute. If you have a possum, hit me up.